Hi everyone, welcome back to the Red Sofa here at Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Europe. I'm here with Paulina Chmielarz, the Manufacturing Director for Jaguar Land Rover. We're really excited to have you here, share some perspectives from the manufacturing side, although you have plenty of logistics experience as well. So I kind of wanted to start there. After a career in logistics, now you've been focusing a lot more on manufacturing and systems. Tell us about what your logistics expertise and background has brought to the manufacturing point of view.
You know, at the very beginning, I would walk into the room and I would do some reviews or some big manufacturing discussions. And my first question would always be, what about logistics? And everybody would get into this, shock. But now they've learned that everything in my head, but also in all of their thinking, has to be about end-to-end, the flow, the balance, but the bigger picture as well.
Yeah, well, you're already the dream manufacturing director for for most of the people at our conference. But as you pointed, I think it's maybe less the logistics, but the end-to-end, which is really valuable. When we look at the last few years and disruptions, I mean, one of the things you can note in JLR's manufacturing is a prioritization, a necessary prioritization of vehicles based on constraints, based on certain values. How has that impacted on your operations and strategy?
At the very beginning, the amount of planning and then adjustment we had to do was big, and nobody is really prepared or even comfortable with doing this. So for us, it's actually all about the getting into the rhythm of doing the planning and adjusting and understanding that we as manufacturing are really part of the story. It's not about we receive the plan to execute, but we actually actively have to add in, be part of the planning process, show what options we can deliver as manufacturing, so that supply chain can see much bigger possibilities and much wider variety of options in actually executing the demand.
And in doing this, you've needed to be incredibly flexible. I mean, we've heard at the event, changing things from one day to the next. What are some of the things you had to do in manufacturing to enable that flexibility?
Manufacturing never wants to hear those words. We only want to do all of our volume and nobody to interrupt that. First of all, we spent quite a significant amount of time with our colleagues in supply chain to understand how we can contribute. And what really is the definition of flexibility? Is it just adjusting of shift pattern, just your working calendar, or there are other things we can do? And then having that two-way communication and understanding what they want from us or what really they need from us was the big game changer. Now we understand it, we have the drill, we know what we're doing, and it's just about executing all of those options and really having those big discussions.
When you're looking essentially strategically at manufacturing, you're also, I think, reconsidering things like make-buy decisions, right? So in the context of the crisis, maybe some push for regionalisation, localization, how is that impacting some of your make-buy decisions?
We see huge conversations happening actually around the global story. And it's not only about my factory here and my local supply chain here, but my factory versus 3, 4, 5 steps further down the line. It's about the continents and the globalization. And for us it's special because our factories produce for the whole world. We don't have regions, we have global situation. So when it comes to our decisions on vertical integrations, the analysis that is being done is much wider right now, much more emphasis on strategic value. And then also when you see this whole story about the globalization and then you add the context of transitions to BEV, the big story is always, do I have enough footprint to do all of this? And that's a very, very big topic for us right now.
Well, an exciting one. We can't cover it all here, but we're going to be talking to you about it more. Last question, so much change, so much transformation. JLR has also just recently talked about a big digital transformation, which is also underway. What's exciting you most in the manufacturing space?
I'm one of the sponsors of that digital transformation, and I've been working on this for years, so it's a big thing for me. And it's a huge thing where we can actually upgrade our manufacturing operations to much more modern ways of working and actually add so many skills to our people. It's extremely exciting, but also we see that we will be able to do some technical breakthroughs, not yet visible in automotive, but I see a way out there and I'm extremely excited.
Well, honestly, we're really excited too, because it really gets us going, the end-to-end view, being more agile and flexible in this space. Paulina, thanks so much for sharing. Paulina's going to be on stage with us as well at Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Europe. So we'll bring you more insights from that and along this great story. But thanks again for being with us.
Thank you so much.